Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of PhilsPhive. And as you can see, I'm somewhere new, and that somewhere new is our temporary office space that's been set up for the Dallas BA thanks to the generosity of our friends just down the street from our office at Burgess Construction Consultants. Russell, Burgess, and everybody here has just been incredibly gracious to lend us some space and give us an area where we can set up shop here for the many months that it's going to be before we get our office back online. That's been a huge help for us, and very, very appreciative of all the Burgess team for making their space available and really filling a big hole in our operations here. A few other things that are going on. I just got off the phone with Chris Sweckert, who's the City of Dallas Sustainable Development and Construction Director. Chris has been doing a heck of a job communicating with me and helping many members who are having issues with their permits in Dallas at least find the right person and get engaged on some things. And I called him because I said, "Hey, Chris, it's still looking like 10 weeks in the city. What's going on? How are we using these third parties? What's happening here in terms of the help that they're able to provide?" And he told me that after kind of getting to know each other a little bit between the city and how they do things and the third parties who work for a lot of cities and do that work in a lot of different ways, once they're able to feel that out a little bit, the pace has increased quite a bit in terms of the number of plans that they're able to review. They continue to send these entities anywhere from 15 to 25 at a time, but very quickly they're getting through these now. And he says that there should be some significant reductions in those timelines for permitting over the next couple weeks. We'll watch. We'll do so with cautious optimism. And again, we're going to stay on this until we get to the 2 to 3 weeks that we see in other cities out there. So just a quick update on that, because that was kind of at the top of my mind here. Another thing that's at the top of my mind is lumber, and I just wrote an article that kind of talks about the supply side phenomenon that are happening there. So much has been made about demand, so much has been made about prices, which of course are a result of the supply and demand. I want to look at the supply side and how that's kind of played out over the last 4 years, because there are a few things that stink way up the food chain there in terms of where lumber is produced, that I know even the big buyers of lumber, the big lumber companies, are having these issues too, not just with traditional framing, but now I'm hearing even with the resins that hold trim pieces together, OSB, things like that. It's going to be a crazy year for commodities, and that's going to be something that we'll look at along with the rest of the national and local picture at the State of the Industry Summit, which is going to be virtual on Thursday, March 25th. We have confirmed Chief Economist Dr. Rob Dietz, who's the Chief Economist for NAHB, and also in the fold Dr. Jim Gaines, Chief Economist with the Texas A&M Real Estate Center. A big thanks to Hotchkiss Insurance for being the title partner there. We're going to also take a deep dive into this lumber supply issue and at least give a better understanding of what's happening there, what that market looks like, and how that's going to play out over the next few months, perhaps the rest of this year, because that's going to obviously have a huge impact on housing affordability and the opportunity that so many will hopefully have to enjoy the wealth creating opportunity of home ownership. So great seminar there. It's going to be a great use of your time that morning, so register at dallasbuilders.org. Another place, or another thing that you can register for at dallasbuilders.org, is our Certified Aging in Place Specialist. There's going to be a chance to get that CAPS designation over 3 days this month, the 17th, 24th, and 31st. So week after week after week there. Donnie Mack and Tag Gillickson are going to be the instructors for that, and a big thanks to Structure Home Warranty for helping us deliver the Certified Aging in Place Specialist designation. All right, well, it's March 10th, and Texas is opening up. If you go around Facebook, you'll see all sorts of different opinions on that and what we're doing. But one thing that we are doing as the Dallas Builders Association is that we are going to announce the return of after hours. On April 1st, after hours is going to return to Lee Lighting. It's going to be down at the Dallas Market Center. You're going to need to register for that at dallasbuilders.org. One thing that's very important about this, and we're going to encounter this on a lot of our in-person meetings here for the next few months, is that masks will be required in that venue, and it's just like you're going to a friend's house or a neighbor's house. Respect the house rules, be cognizant of everybody around you, and enjoy the opportunity to reconnect the industry. It's something I'm really excited about. I've missed you, so be sure to register for that event. You're going to need to register in advance so they have a count of everybody who's coming. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody, and I know it's going to be a good time. The same, we're actually going to have it outside our office, so you'll be able to kind of peek in and see what a mess it is inside for our crawfish boil in April. But again, just really excited to have the return of in-person networking and live events and some good times, albeit looking a little bit abnormal, but at least seeing everybody in person is going to be really awesome. So be sure to register for the crawfish boil, register for after hours next month, and again, do so at dallasbuilders.org. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Burgess for offering the office here, and we look forward to talking to you here in a week or so.